Peace and love, everybody. This is Instructor Yasir with the Knowledge of Survival podcast. I wanted to check in. I had a thought, and I felt like this was something necessary to be spoken on, guys. So, unfortunately, we've had another mass shooting in... Oh my goodness, there's been so many. Another mass shooting in Kentucky. So in Louisville, Kentucky, we just had the mass shooting in Tennessee. So we just had the mass shooting in Tennessee. Now we've got another mass shooting in Kentucky. And you know, I mean, they're coming so frequently right now. They're coming so frequently right now that, I mean, it's just making me wonder. You know? It's making me wonder, guys. Man, it's difficult to really like sit with the possibility of what I'm thinking right now, but it makes it even more crazy because I don't believe that it's far-fetched at all. Guys, what if these mass shootings are being orchestrated? You know? Now, I mean, I don't want you to get me wrong and think that I'm being insensitive to the people that lost their lives here. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that these mass shootings are made up, you know, and anything like that. I definitely believe that people are dying, you know, behind this. But what I'm saying is, are they being orchestrated by an unseen hand? You know? Is there something working behind the scenes? Perhaps these mass shooters are people who are already imprisoned, people who are already in mental institutions, or, you know, whatever, that you know, people that our government already has a read on, which, I mean, they have a read on all of us, right? So, but are these people that they already have a read on that are already predisposed to this type of behavior? Or, you know, I mean, you know, who knows? I mean, you know, look, I don't know all the details of how they will pull off something like this. I'm just putting something out in the universe right now. Just a thought that I'm having. You know, similar to what we saw in 2020 with the pandemic, or the plandemic, as some people will call it. Is this being orchestrated? You know, there's the thought that COVID is definitely real. It's a real virus, and there are people who absolutely lost their lives from it. But is this something that was orchestrated? You know, is this something that was created in a laboratory with the explicit purpose to do what it did? You know, disrupt the economy, scare people into submission, upend our banking system. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I mean, they're saying that it came out of a laboratory in China. Now we see that China is in the process, as we speak, of taking over the world economy. I just don't know. It's just too much that seems to be going on. So, I mean, somebody might ask, well, I mean, what's the purpose of them orchestrating all these mass shootings? To take away your gun rights. I mean, isn't that how it goes? Every time there's a mass shooting, the conversation always turns to, we need to get rid of the guns. We need to get rid of the guns. When nobody is taking into account that these mass shootings tend to happen in places where guns are not allowed. Guys, you have to, in my opinion, guys and girls, men and women, this is just a ploy to subdue the American people. For what? I can't say, but I'm a little bit afraid about it. Well, I'll say not afraid. I'm concerned. Let's use that word. I'm concerned about it. I'm concerned about what are the people in power talking about that regular citizens like you and me don't know. Yes. Sorry about that, guys. My daughter is calling me. I have to handle something here.
Sorry.
It's okay, honey. So she needs me to lock the door here. All right. So, yeah. I mean, what do they have planned? You know, I mean, what do they know about that we don't know? I mean, I'm sure it's a ton of things, right? I mean, this information that we're getting, this is just what's been allowed to leak. Okay, so who knows what the hell is going on behind the scenes right now? And that is concerning, because the information that we are getting is already concerning. So imagine the shit that we don't know about. And, you know, with everything that's going on, I'm not comfortable with them taking our right to bear arms away. You're already trying to get to a point where you control our money. Okay? You're already trying to control our money. So, you know, if we get to a point where you taking away our means to protect ourselves and our families, this is another problem too. So I mean, guys, you know, I mean, let's look at some of these things from this mass shooting. I mean, I took some notes. Look at some of the quotes. I mean, this came from your president, not my president. So he came from your president, Joe Biden. Said, once again, our nation mourns after a senseless act of gun violence. Jill and I pray for the lives lost and impacted by today's shooting. Too many Americans are paying the price of inaction with their lives. When will Republicans in Congress act to protect our communities? How you gonna protect our communities, Joe? By taking away guns out of the hands of the people? And then what? We supposed to be dependent on you? Supposed to be dependent on the police, the military? I mean, look, come on, let's be honest. The police and the military don't serve the needs of the people. They serve the needs of the government. Okay? They serve the needs of the government. They're not here for us. I mean, come on, let's be real about this. So we give up our guns, then what? Criminals still gonna have guns. Police still gonna have guns. Government still gonna have guns. Everybody's gonna still have guns except for the nice, kind, law-abiding citizen. So, yeah, I think there needs to be another way. Kamala Harris said, "We grieve for those lost and pray for those wounded in Louisville." The 146th mass shooting in our nation this year. I mean, really? Man, this is crazy. This is it's extremely sad. And then all these children that's losing their lives. This is just, it's horrible. I mean, it's definitely something that needs to be, that we need to analyze in our country. But I don't think taking away people's rights to bear arms is the way. There's something else that needs to be done. Something else needs to be done. There was just another country recently who opened up their gun laws. I want to say, was this, let me see. It was a country in Latin America. Let me see. What? It was a country in Latin America that just repealed their gun laws. I want to say Ecuador, but I don't know if that's correct. I have to get back to that with you guys. But anyway, they actually repealed the law allowing people to own and carry firearms now to protect themselves because the violence has gotten out of hand. So the criminal violence has gotten out of hand in the community. So the president of the country has repealed the gun law to allow people to have that access to protect themselves. And so I think that's, you know, these things need to be kept in mind. So yeah, guys, look, you know, I don't know what's going on. I'm concerned about it. I know you're probably concerned too, and we really don't know what's going on. But guys, we need to be vigilant, and we need to be smart, and we need to use our common sense and not be swayed by these crooked people that are in power, that are not really concerned about your rights as an individual and your ability to live life on your own terms. So I don't know what's happening with these mass shootings. Okay, you know, I don't know, but I don't think that it is too far-fetched to consider that they may be orchestrated to make us give up our gun rights willingly. See? So, you know, they can't really, I mean, I guess they could, okay, but they can't without it being large civil unrest just go in and take away the Second Amendment, like just squash it, you know what I mean, like that. Like, they can't do that without it being a lot of civil unrest. And see, the thing is that what a lot of people don't understand, people who have the argument of like, oh, well, what you gonna do with your guns if the government decides to just bomb you, right? Like, you can't fight the United. No, you can't. That's not what it's for. That's not the purpose. They know that. You know what I mean? Like, you think the United States government doesn't know that they could just come and bomb a community in the United States, or send in a few soldiers with all this high-powered, you know, ammunition and just slaughter everybody? Of course they know that. But if you do that, nobody's getting money. You see? In the end, it's not really about violence, it's about money. And all of us help everybody at the top get money. So they really don't want civil unrest unless it's a means to an end for something else that they're trying to do, right? So, but outside of that, they really don't want civil unrest, because when there's civil unrest, that's interrupting the money. Okay? So they want to keep things calm. Again, unless it's a means to an end for something else that they're trying to do. So theoretically, they could just come in and squash the Second Amendment, right? I mean, they could just come and just take it away. But they're not going to be able to do that without it being a lot of civil unrest. So, and throwing a lot of things out of order. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to go through the back door and create situations that make people willingly give up their gun rights. So that way they don't have to just aggressively snatch it. And then it makes it seem like, oh, we didn't take it from you. You gave it up willingly. You agreed. You agreed to give up your gun rights. So I think that's what's going on. I mean, my heart goes out to the families that are losing people behind this stuff. Like, it's insane. And I feel for everybody who's lost a loved one, especially those who lost children, because I've lost a child myself, not to gun violence, but I've lost children. So stay strong, guys. Stay strong. Keep your head up, and let's not fall for the games, man. And when in doubt, train. Peace.